Hey everyone, welcome back to Multimagic channel. In the previous videos, we introduced you to our awesome new interns. As you know, they have just wrapped up their first sprint, and to be very honest, they did a great job tackling their initial task with the great enthusiasm and great skill. Now, in this video, we are diving into sprint 2, where we'll walk through the tasks they are going to work on, and I'll also share some insights onto their goals. And I'll also give you a sneak peek of what's coming up in this module. Okay, so stick around to see how they are leveling up and what are the challenges lying ahead and how they are contributing to our projects in a big way. Okay, so yep, this is a performance module. Here in this video, we are going to speak about this performance module team. If they run their project, they are going to see the initial screen like this, where you'll be able to see a login page, and if you clicked on this login, you'll be navigated to the dashboard page. But instead of just clicking on the login page and navigating them to the dashboard page, we just wanted to give a small surprise or small feel that they are actually logging into the real system, kind of. Okay, so now for that, what we have done is we have implemented a mock API. As a mock API is nothing but, we can say in layman terms, we can say that it's a dummy backend. Okay, so they need to run this mock API backend if they want to log in. Okay, so actually I'm running this. I ran this mock API already. So let us jump into this and let us see what they are going to get after they clicked on the login. Okay, so yep, the initial page what they are going to see is the sample page. I defaultly routed it to the sample page. Here we have this hamburger menu icon. It shows that you'll be seeing in many websites, right? The hamburger menu is to collapse and to expand the view of the sidebar. Like this is a sidebar we have, right? So this is a sidebar we have. We use this toggle to expand and collapse the sidebar. And if they click on this audit, what they are going to say is, this is a module our interns has been working on. Okay, so here these are the circular progress bars, which actually shows the performance, accessibility, best practices, and SEO score. And here we have this performance, accessibility, best practices, and SEO tab. The same way we have multiple tabs here. Okay, so, and one more interesting feature what we have implemented is this settings icon. Okay, basically this, if you see this dashboard, if you compare the sprint 1's dashboard and if you compare the sprint 2 dashboard, we have upgraded the dashboard, right? So here we have we are actually following a particular theme for our product, and also we are making sure that we have to make sure that our product have uniform theme, right? So that is a best UI practice. Okay, so in that while building that theme, while building our UI in that point of view, we actually implemented a settings control that is if you click on this, it is going to expand a view where user can set his own customizations like dark mode. These that I clicked on this actually, so that is what you are seeing here, the dark mode, this one. Okay, so here we have this contrast option, shadow option, we have multiple themes, we have default sidebar, we have mini drawer, and there are some more too. Okay, so let us go through these controls and let us play some time with the dashboard with the UI first, and then let us discuss about what are the tasks they are going to do in the sprint 2. Okay, so this is the dashboard which they are going to, this is a login screen which they are going to see, and if I click on this login, I am going to log in. Okay, so as I told, this is the initial page which they are going to route into, and I clicked on this audit. This is a module which they have implemented. Okay, here we have this overview tab, performance tab, accessibility, best practices, and SEO. As you guys know that we are analyzing the performance of the website. We are basically we are performing an audit of the website using the Lighthouse open source tool, right? It's a third party tool. So we are using this. So that is why what we have done is we kept kind of the basic functionalities whatever the Lighthouse is providing us, and that is the performance, accessibility, best practices, and SEO. These tabs has nothing right now, and we are not going to focus these performance, accessibility, and these four tabs basically. We are not focusing on these four tabs in this sprint. What we are focusing is we are focusing on overview. Okay. So here we have a circular progress bars, like we have the score, the 83, 75, so on. So this actually defines the score of the score of the performance, accessibility kind of. Okay. So if you click on this perform, we have this performance tab, accessibility tab, best practices, and SEO. In these tabs, what you are going to see is you'll just get a basic glimpse of what is your whole performance, how it is calculated on based on what type of values we are evaluating the performance. In the same way for accessibility and other tabs too. Okay. So now we have seen what they have implemented, and let us also play with these controls for some time. These are quite interesting actually. So if I click on this dark, it will go to dark mode, and if I click on this some themes, you can see that, right? The colors are changing. Okay, interesting, right? So here we have the sidebar which is expanded, and if we want to collapse that, we can use this option. Okay, and if you want to change the menu orientation all over the sudden, okay, so these are aligned to the left, vertical left, right? So I want to keep it as horizontal. Okay, and here if I want to we have this module, right? If we want to keep it as, if we want to expand it to the edge, we want to click on this fluid option, container, and we have this font options too. Okay, basically we enabled a large number of settings where user can play with that, and user can use those options in the customized way whatever he wants to. Okay, now let us jump into the task what they are going to perform in sprint 2. The task 1 is, if I click on this overview, you can see this, right? We are navigating to home, overview, and if you click on this performance, we are navigating to home, performance, home, accessibility, home, best practices, right? But where are these actually? These are in the audit page. So it should make sense, right? We have to give the option that is home, audit, overview, but this is missing. So they have to fix that for all tabs: home, audit, overview, home, audit, performance, accessibility, best practices, and SEO. That's all. That is their task 1. And coming to the second task, that is, beside the circular progress bar, they have to add a toggle buttons. That is actually they don't want to add the exact icons. What they have to do is they have to add the mobile and web icons. Means we wanted to show the performance in the web and in the mobile, right? So that is why we want to show in the we have to keep mobile and the web icons. Okay, so basically this should be shown in each and every tab, because we are going to analyze performance, accessibility, and other best practices and other SEO tabs too, on the basis of mobile and the web. Okay, so that is why we will use this small drop down, a small toggle button everywhere in every page of this module. Okay, so that is why I clearly mentioned that we need to make sure that we have to develop a reusable self module UI component. Okay, so now that is that second task. And coming to this, they have to establish connection between the front end and back end, and they have to get these values actually from the back end. Okay, they have to get these values actually from the back end. They have to get the actual values, and these are not constant, right? So if we are keep on running the audits, so these values might be changing. So in the back end, in the server, what we'll be doing is we'll be running the audit continuously with some periodic intervals. If the data has changed in the backend, then the server should be able to send an event from the backend to the client. Okay, with which client should be able to understand that, okay, we got some new data, let us go and get that, and let us display that in the front end. Okay, so that is what this second point is. Server should send an event if there is any modified data, and client should get to know that okay, there is some modified data in the server, so let me send a request to get the data. Okay, so that is what their third task is. And coming to the fourth task, this is the final task, but last but not least, like that. Okay, so here we are focusing on this performance tab this time. So if user clicked on this performance tab, so this has nothing, right? So basically here we have in the overview, if I click on this performance, here we have nothing. It's just a very empty tab, right? So in the performance tab, we need to implement a UI kind of this. Okay, so basically performance is calculated based on these 5 values. So the first contentful paint, total blocking time, speed index, large contentful paint, and cumulative layout shift. Okay, so these are the values they have to, these are the exact UI ways they have to implement. Okay, and they have to add a small option, that is no more. If anyone clicked on this no more, it should navigate to the performance tab. Okay, so that is what they have to focus on. And one should be able to understand what is this first contentful paint. If someone who is not familiar about these values, they should also, we should give a brief idea of what is this first contentful paint and all, right? So if a user hovers on this item or this UI list or whatever it is, any one of this, okay, any one of this, we have to show some small tooltip which actually displays what it is actually. Okay, so if anyone wants to use this tooltip, or if you want to know how to what is the styles you have to follow for this button, and if you want to know about the tabs, how we implemented these tabs and all, we have implemented another interesting feature, that is documentation. So if you click on this documentation, you'll be navigated to another page where you'll be able to see actually what is the theme we are following. Okay, so if you want to implement a checkbox in the source code, then what interns should have to do is basically they have to refer to this documentation, and they can use these code snippets which we have added for them. Okay, in the same way, coming to the tooltip, yep, there is a tooltip which I am speaking about. So yes, if you see this option, right, hover or touch. So this is what I am saying about. Here, if user hovered on this first contentful paint, we should display this tooltip. This is a functionality. This is the same functionality, right? So all they have to do is they have to create a list, and after that they have to refer to this doc and they have to implement it. So yep, that is how they have to implement the tasks, and these are the tasks. And if they have any doubt in the UI design or implementing UI components, they can always refer to this task, this doc. Okay, my bad, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you so much. Let us hope you are going to work with the same enthuse and with the great skills what you have performed in the sprint one. So have a happy coding, happy learning. Bye bye.